Well, if you're looking for a special book to purchase over the holiday season, I would suggest this one. I highly recommend it. It's called Flat Out Delicious, and it's your definitive guide to Saskatchewan's food artisans. It's by Saskatoon-based author Jenn Sharp, and she joins us now. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Costa. How are you?
I'm very well. It's really nice to see you and talk with you again. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Enjoying a snowy evening in Saskatoon. Going to get out there and walk under the full moon soon.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a great idea. Hey, before we get to the book itself, you just received a big honor, a tourism award in Saskatchewan. Congratulations. What was that all about?
Oh, thank you so much. It was a Travel Media Award from Tourism Saskatchewan, and it was the 2019 award, but of course the awards have been shifted a little this year. So yeah, I got it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, congratulations. Well, let's talk about this book. What inspired you to do it?
You know, I grew up in this province in a small rural farming community halfway between Saskatoon and Regina. My family, my ancestors before them have always been farmers. So I've always had this deep connection with the land and our food, what it takes to grow it and where it comes from. And I was fortunate enough to work at the Star Phoenix and the Leader Post for several years and write a food column for them. And also worked in restaurants quite a bit too and got to know the chefs and what goes into making their food and what's so special about sharing that experience with people. So when this opportunity came up to write Flat Out Delicious, I jumped at it because it was this amazing, brilliant time in 2018. We were just kind of really gearing up and things were taking off in the local food scene and people were getting really excited about it. And I thought how pivotal this would be to tell these stories and help people connect with everything happening here.
Well, and of course, you know, it's those reporter genes in you. You got out there and explored these places that you write about. What surprised you the most about food artisans in Saskatchewan?
Yeah, you know, boots on the ground, that's the term, you know, from your reporter days too, yeah. Right? The best stories, you cannot sit behind your desk. They won't come to you. You have to get out there and meet people and see what's happening. And without doing that, I never would have found some of these incredible stories, like this wild rice camp in northern Saskatchewan, and you're flying in every day and you're flying the rice out and it's getting shipped to L'Orange. There's a family growing cantaloupe near Melfort. There's people down in the southern end of the province doing grass-finished, grass-fed beef and really regenerating the grasslands, which are some of the last remaining grasslands in the world are in Saskatchewan, which is pretty cool. So yeah, tons going on here.
Oh, there is, and so much of this has become, some are thriving businesses as well, and a lot of this food ends up in restaurants. Tell me about how that works in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, I mean, in other parts of Canada, it's a little bit more established, that supply chain, like the farm-to-table supply chain, if you want to call it that. We're getting really good at it in Saskatchewan, though. It is picking up a lot more. So what it is good old-fashioned getting to know people and knocking on doors, calling phones, sending samples of your food. And a lot of times it is the producers and the farmers making connections with the chefs and forming these partnerships and then setting up, you know, a route to deliver the food. But it's also the chefs going out and sourcing it too, ones that are really passionate about their craft and about the food that they're feeding people, know that the best tasting food is grown close to home. And that's what's going to keep people coming back to their restaurants. So they're really searching out those farmers that are growing and raising excellent food too.
Hey, speaking of restaurants, I mean, you know, it seems like we're facing a long, dark winter here. I'm not going to get into the pandemic, but you know what I mean. And
yeah.
We're going to have to get out of our homes at some point, even if it's just a group of 4, but going to a restaurant. So say people living in Regina, for example, if you want to do a 2-hour trip to a cool restaurant, what are some places you can suggest, like outside of the city, for example?
Yeah, you know, one of my favorite trips is driving out to Shaunavon. And I love that the Hunter brothers were just on before this, because probably one of, if not the best restaurant in Saskatchewan is in Shaunavon, and it's called Harvest Eatery, and the Hunter brothers eat there all the time. But it's a brilliant trip because you get to go through those rolling grasslands and you can take a little side detour if you want to go further south and go through the Big Muddy and just see some areas of the province that most of us don't ever experience, because it is a little bit out of the way, but it's so worth the trip. And Shaunavon is an incredible town, very opening and welcome.
What about Saskatoon, Jen? If those living in the Saskatoon, you just want to get out of the house, it's a 2-hour trip somewhere. Okay, it's for dinner, supper, lunch, whatever. What do you recommend?
You know, as far, I would say even go on a day trip and go up to Yellow Fender Cafe near Christopher Lake, or to Route 26 Coffee House that is in St. Walburg, and make like a fun little day trip and go and, you can do like a nice lunch, maybe go snowshoeing after, because both of those areas of the province are right on the edge of the forest, and there's beautiful, beautiful areas to explore. So if you want to do something during the day and then have a delicious bite to eat along the way.
These are great ideas. I mean, you highlight food artisans, the restaurants in the cities, outside the cities. It's all there. It's called Flat Out Delicious. Jen, this is a wonderful book, and congratulations on the success. So, by the way, what's this I read on your Facebook page? You're working on a documentary based on this book. What's that all about?
Yeah, it's so exciting. So I'm producing it with Adrian Halter of Halter Media in Regina, and we have an incredible crew, all from Saskatchewan. We filmed it this summer all over the province, and it's 6 episodes, documentary series, and they'll come out in February on City TV Saskatchewan.
Wow, that's fantastic. Well, congratulations again. And you know what? I purchased this book because I do believe in supporting local authors as well, but I'm giving this one away to one person who's liked and shared this show today, and is going to Arlene Ruiz from Saskatoon. So Arlene, congratulations. And so that means, Jen, I'm going to buy a second book for myself. And I expect an autograph here when you're in town, okay?
Definitely. I'll be in Regina in December for sure. I'll come see you.
Deal. Jen, all the best, safe travels, and stay safe, and congratulations. Have a nice night.
Stay healthy, Costa. Thank you.